4th of February 2023. You're very welcome back. It's near time to turn in for the night. And I've named this COVID and election rigging. COVID and rigged elections. Now, straight away, that's going to trigger YouTube's staff and watchers to closely monitor what I'm going to say. They've already issued several strikes and already banned me on a few occasions. But the staff are making a big mistake because I'm not going to deal with either of those two subjects. I know, having got stung and gotten my YouTube's videos taken down and my site closed off and my platform closed, that if I mention those other than in any deeper, that's what will happen. In fact, the staff will probably ban this anyway, but I'm not mentioning either of those. I mean, the fact is there was a COVID event, and the fact is there was an election. And I voiced opinions on both of these, and we know what happened. But what I'm doing is I'm looking for alternative platforms. And it's proven to be very difficult. Some of them have security on them. You get into Fort Knox as easy. In fact, in the case of BitChute, I've emailed them a few times and told them that I will have a target to actually get putting a video on BitChute by the 1st of June 2023. And they look at, oh, what are you on about? Well, that's how difficult it is. And they send you codes to your phone and you put the codes in and they still won't work. Odyssey's the same. Now, Rumble was proven very difficult. I had to get help. I go through all the motions, it starts to upload, but it doesn't do it. I have to hand it to YouTube. I have no problem with YouTube. YouTube is simple, secure and simple. They do a good job on the software. And there's no reason why minor platforms like Rumble, like Odyssey, like BitChute, or any of those cannot do the same. Why do they have to have this unbelievable obstacles in people's way? And the first rule of business is don't stop people coming into your shop, and they stop people getting in there. I've no doubt they're losing out big time. And I had a computer in 1993. I had a mainframe home PC in 1993. So, I mean, this is the reality of the situation. But we're getting there, and I'm not taking it lying down. I'm moving on Rumble. I have had a video uploaded on Rumble this evening. And if we look at what's behind this and why alternative platforms are needed, I never defame anyone. I never call out somebody, John, Tommy, McGorty, McGinty, Ryan, or Riley, or anything else, and say he robbed the money out of the church poor box, or he assaulted a girl going to school, or anything like that. I never do that. I never do anything that would, because I know the law on defamation in Ireland and in most of the world. Better than most. Stormy Daniels in America sued Donald Trump for calling her a horse face and a whole lot of things. And she lost because it was hyperbole. It was an election type of thing. It was politics. And I could tell her that before she started. I could tell most people taking cases, including Gemma Doherty, how to go about it and when you have a case and why you haven't. But that doesn't stop me getting banned. And I think the reason is that it's ignorant staff in many ways. Now, I'm anti-government in most cases, in Ireland particularly, and anti-woke. I'm anti-government in relation to climate change and anti-government in relation to its energy policy because they're illegal. They're illegal. And I'm not in favour of the government on the other thing, you know what I'm talking about, that happened. I mentioned it once, it's enough. And to have the government quoted, have YouTube quoting, check out Irish government guidelines on COVID. You might as well tell me, check out Ireland's government's policy on the wind energy, guidelines for safety. when I have these things beside me, and the noise and the shadow flicker and all the ill effects and the environmental degradation is outrageous. And these have been declared by the European Court of Justice as illegal under 2419 because there is no assessment gone into them whatsoever. And my colleague took a case on the COVID and had it stopped. Then I'm expected to shut my mouth. I've been right on energy, and I believe I'm right on climate change. Greta Thunberg was arrested in Germany the other day. Arrested. She was being lauded and hailed and as a hero and a heroine up to this. She was arrested, right? I've been giving out about her for months and years. Now, in the case of Twitter, Elon Musk bought it over. He's a peculiar kind of a guy, but he bought it over anyway, fair play to him. And he sacked 60% of the staff. Mostly women, mostly unintelligent, ill-educated, inexperienced, not very bright young women, maybe some men. And just let them off. I can tell you they're having trouble getting jobs. They were just ticking boxes. They're just looking at the boxes. And I'd say this has been vetted by young girls like that, trying to figure out what I'm saying and ticking the boxes too. I'm miles and miles ahead of that. I have a view on the US elections which I will get across, but not on YouTube. I have a view on COVID which I will get across, but not on YouTube. And that's dangerous for YouTube. That's dangerous for their viewership. Because while it is a great platform, there's great stuff on it, it's a great pity that there isn't somewhere. I haven't time to be appealing to anybody or anything else. I just don't have time. If they want to communicate with me, then that's all right. So, as I said, the COVID guidelines in Ireland, the World Health Organization or anything else, are not acceptable to me, any more than the Irish wind energy guidelines are not acceptable to me. And I will not accept censorship. So I'll be found on Rumble, and I might be found on other platforms, but if Rumble works out okay, I'll stay there. So I've said nothing there about anything except what's acceptable to me and what isn't acceptable to me. It's a sign of the times, and there's no doubt that all of these big techs are left-wing woke. I'm banned off Facebook virtually permanently. I think I'm allowed to post now again. The moment I post anything on it that's anyway other than a picture of my cat or dog, I'll be shut down of it again. I'm just sick of it. And Elon Musk did offer Donald Trump, who was banned. The President of the United States was banned of Twitter and banned of Facebook. And he did offer to let him back, but Trump wouldn't go back on it because he doesn't know whether Musk will honour his word or not. There's nothing as annoying as to trust someone like Elon Musk and then find that he's banned you as well. I might go on Twitter and I might not, but the steam has gone out of these things anyway. The good has gone out of them. All of these texts are all left-wing. There's none of them right-wing, but in fairness to Musk, he's the nearest thing to coming round our way. It's a sad situation in many ways. Sad. Because I'm not against governments in every way. I have bragged and praised many governments, including the Irish government, on its treatment of archives, some of its heritage, and all of that sort of stuff. Its education system used to be fairly good. Now we have a situation where joining any public service in Ireland is highly risky. Taking up a teaching position, you can be asked to do things which are totally mad, which would be considered nearly criminal a few years ago. So I praise it where it does the right thing, and I criticise it when I want it to change. And if it won't change, with my campaign in the courts on the energy, I try to force them to change. We have the Irish government over a barrel with the wind energy guidelines, illegal, their energy programme, and I just like to stick to that because it's good fun. If I can frustrate them, embarrass them, and cause them as much hassle as I can through my intelligence and my courage, then sure, why not join with a few people and do just that? They haven't put in a wind energy application since October because they know we have an ace up our sleeve to hammer them with. So that's good. That's good for democracy, and it's good for our freedom. But we're not that free. So I'll leave it like that. Just keep an eye out. When I make videos, I cannot upload anything on YouTube to do with COVID, and I cannot speak about US elections, especially the one in 2020, the presidential election. I might do one showing American vote people how to count, those that count the elections. I might do one with a ball frame just showing them how you add up 1 and 1 is 2 and 1 and 2 is 3 and all that, and how to divide and multiply. I think some survey recently found in California they can only count up to about 11. That's about it. They can't go past that. That's the degree of stupidity that we have in our world. And meanwhile, other countries are laughing at us, and other countries are using this silliness to beat us. Imagine a Chinese spy satellite, a Chinese spy balloon, a big balloon, came in over Montana and travelled the whole length of the United States until they eventually decided to shoot it down this evening. Imagine that. This is the kind of ludicrousness that we have. Folks, I'll see you back for something else. Now, for YouTube, I've said nothing about anything about government policy on COVID or anything else. I've said nothing about the elections in America in detail. I gave no detail about them. I just mentioned that they occurred, as a matter of fact, on the public record. So we'll see now, will they allow this video to go up or will they not? Thumbs up or thumbs down and comment underneath. We'll see you back for something else. Bye.